Okay, today we're going to use the percentage method. Now, even though you could use the table here because of the size or the amount of the weekly gross pay in this case, we're going to use the percentage method in every case. That's what it calls for. The difference between the percentage method and the bracket method is that the percentage method will always result in cents being added to the amount, and in the table it just eliminates the cents. Okay, so in order to do this, we need to use Appendix A of your textbook, and we set our allowances here. And this is the income tax withholding tables that we will be using. For weekly, it'll be single and married, biweekly, single and married, and so on. So we're using homework 3-4B, probably straight out of your textbook if you wanted to follow along. So I've created a template to use for this. And so first off, we notice that the individual is single. So the best thing to do is just jot down on a piece of paper that they are single. They have 2 withholding allowances, so that's single and 2. And this is a weekly pay, and the pay is $445. Now, they don't ask us to figure out what the taxable income is. This is the gross pay, and there's nothing to indicate that there should be anything subtracted from it, so this is the taxable pay. So let's use the template and see how it works. Okay, so template. So I bring the template up. I just got two examples here. We know that the total wage payment is $445. And so it's weekly. The pay period is weekly, so we need to know how many allowances are claimed. We know that's 2. Let's take a look at our Appendix A and our percentage method table for allowances. We see it's weekly is $79.80. So we will then put $79.80 right here. Okay, at that point, what this table is telling you is that $159.60 is being deducted from the gross pay to calculate the federal income tax. So next we have to take a look at the calculation tables. We know it's weekly, so we'll follow this weekly table. We know that they're single, so we'll be over here. So real quick, we take a look, and we're looking for the number 285.40. So we look here to see where does 285.40 fall, and it falls on the second line. At that point, we know we need a number here is 254, and that number goes right here, 254. All right, so I'll explain what that 254 is here in just a minute. We look at the table again, and it's $18.30 is the taxes that they will pay plus 12% of anything over the 254. So we'll plug that in, $830 and 12%. I think that was 1830. 1830 was right here. And then 12%, 0.12. Sorry. Yes, 12. And the answer is $22.07 is going to be withheld from this employee. So again, gross wage $445, which is also the taxable wage. Since it's weekly, we have one allowance is given by the federal government that will not be taxable, $79.80 times 2 was $159.60, leaving us an amount that we are going to find the tax on, which is $285.40, and then we begin to calculate. So in this case, the difference between $285 and $254 is $31.40. That is what's being charged, $18.30 plus $31.40 times the 12% equals $22.07. So let's fill in our answer and let's do one more. All right, let's see if we can find one of some difficulty. Okay, here's one that has taxable wages. Loretta is married, so again, I would encourage you to, on the side, put married. She has 3 federal withholding allowances, earned monthly gross pay of $2,800, so it's monthly, $2,800. And for each period, she makes a 401k deduction of 14%. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is figure out what the taxable income is. Let's go back to our table here. So I'm just going to put on the side here that she makes $2,800 and her 401 is 14%. So we could go right here and say this is equal to 2,800 Okay, I got a thing I want to do, and that's to take 100% and subtract out the 14, which is 86. So I'm going to multiply this by 86%, meaning that 86% is taxable. 2408 is taxable for federal income tax. So that's the $2,800, and if you figured out the 14% and subtracted that from that, it would be 2408. Okay, so now we're in a little different allowance situation, so we've got to take a look at our table again. And since this one is monthly, we come down here and it's $345.80. So back we go. 345.80. 3 allowances are claimed. And that means we're looking for a tax of $1,370.60. Now let's go back to our tables. We have to find monthly. Here's monthly and married. So we're over here. And we're looking for $1,370.60. So right here, monthly, $1,370.60 is the very top bracket. So they're at a little different situation, but here's our number we need to calculate how much additional taxes are charged. It's $963. We put the $963 right here. So they're going to pay 10% on anything over. We know that that's 0. Let's take a look at that. It's 0. 0 plus 10% of anything over 481. So we go back. 407, 0. So we need to calculate 10%. Anything over 407.60, so it's $40.76. And this one's $40.76. Okay, so I've shown you one with a little calculation to calculate the taxable gross, and one that doesn't. And I think that will be sufficient. So practice using the template in your textbook in chapter 3. Go to here, percentage method, and go down to probably, yes, page 93, and case in point, and do these using the template to see how it works, and then go ahead and do your homework. So good luck.